Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to replace the battery in your Ford Expedition. So I picked up this Ford Expedition the other day. It's a 2012 and it was shot over to Lumpy's Garage. If you're a fan of the channel, you'll understand what I'm talking about with Lumpy's Garage. And if you're not sure what it is, subscribe to the channel and then you'll get it. So it's over here. Lumpy has a 2009 Expedition, so I was showing him my truck and he goes, gee, you're going to need to replace the battery in that thing. It's like 6 years old before you get stranded. So these are the jinx behind the repair. Came out of my house this morning and went to start the truck up and it was like click, 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 no juice. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and if you have a question, leave a comment. I'll reply back to you. So let's get rocking. Okay, so what you're gonna need to remove this from your Ford Expedition is, it would help to have like a 1/4 inch ratchet, and the bolts on my truck anyway, to the positive negative are a 5/16 socket, or you could use a wrench. I'm going to use a socket. And also the bolt that holds the battery down right here beside the battery, that's a 5/16 as well. So you can put the socket right onto it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do on your vehicle is to disconnect the negative. And just put your ratchet or your wrench on here. That should wiggle free for you. And if it gets like a little stubborn, you can always use like a flathead screwdriver or something and gently pry up, and it should pop off for you. So once the negative is free, remove the positive. And then I'm going to push this to the side. So the positive is fighting me a little bit, so what you can do is you can kind of pry apart the ends a little bit and then gently pry up, and then you can move the positive battery cable out of the way. So tuck it under something where it's not going to come back and hit something on the post or something on you. Alright, so now that the battery is disconnected, go over, and if you have like a bolt that's holding down the battery to the tree, you're going to want to undo that next. So it should come out pretty easily for you. Sometimes it'll fight you. This truck was a pretty easy one. Great. So get that loose, and I'll pull out this, put that to the side. Right, so the battery is free, so I can pull this up and out. That may be a little heavy. It's got some weight to it. So when you put the new battery in, there's like a lip right here on the tray. So make sure when you slide the battery in, it goes up and under that lip. So I still have the factory battery on my Expedition, and I'm going to take this, like there's like a padding around the battery. This is the factory battery. So I'm going to see if I can take this off and put it on my new battery. It should be able to slip right on, and it should help to kind of keep it secure in that battery tray. Okay, so here's what that padding looks like, and I bought this battery from Walmart, and it slips right in. So now I'm going to put this back into the battery tray on my truck. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take your new battery and you're going to slide it into the tray under the lip that's right here. Make sure that's tucked in. Make sure that your positive and your negative are lined up. Move the cables out of the way. Like I said, move any cables out of the way. Slide that in. Okay, so once your battery's in and the lip is slid under the retainer on that side, I'm going to put my battery hold down back in, and you're going to want to slide it in and catch it by hand. Make sure that the threads line up. Catch it by hand before you put a wrench onto it. The reason why is that you don't want to cross thread the threads, And if you do it by hand to catch them, there's a less chance of that happening. So caught those by hand. We're gonna zip those down. There's about 95 out here right now, and it's like 9 in the morning. Fun thing to be doing. All right, so that's nice and tight. Check the battery. It's pretty secure. So let's reconnect the cables. Because before you reconnect the cables, one thing you want to do is grab a piece of sandpaper, or like have a battery terminal cleaner like this one. You can get it at pretty much any parts store. Just clean the posts first. They're pretty clean, but I like to make sure that they have a good contact. Then clean out the middle of the battery cable terminals. Make sure there's no corrosion in there. I just want everything to make a good contact so it charges the correct way, and there's less of an issue, it's least likely that a charging issue will happen. You do the negative one. Alright, so when you're hooking the battery up, hook up the positive first. The reason why is that there's less of a chance of having it spark on you, and it's usually not going to do anything, but this is the way I like to do it. Alright, so let's zap that back on. What the heck's going on my socket here? Right. And if you just go right in here. Alright, you want to make sure it's nice and tight. Put the boot back on, if you have one. Then grab the negative, connect the negative, and make sure that that is nice and tight as well. And if you have a strap, try to tuck it down and out of the way. Mine is hitting this little pad that goes around the battery. So tuck that down. Okay, so now that you've replaced the battery, let's turn it over and hopefully she'll fire right up. It's alive! Alright, so now you're all set. Most batteries have a core charge on them, so if you went to the store, grab your receipt, you'll probably see a line item that says like 12 bucks for a core or $15 for a core charge. What that means is if you bring your old battery back to the store, they'll give you that amount of money back. Just another tip for you. Hope you like the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Take it easy.